Ex-1MDB CEO Dato' Syahrul Azral Ibrahim Halmi believes AMMB hid the fact that firms linked to Low Teck Joe were the major subscribers of the fund's first bond issuance. To recap, Ambank's investment banking arm, which underwrote the 5 billion ringgit sukuk, had sold the notes at a 700 million ringgit discount. During cross-examination, Syahrul said 1MDB then summoned AMMB, and that then-director Tan Sri Muhammad Bakir Saleh had demanded to know why the fund only received 4.3 billion ringgit. In response, AMMB explained that it had to sell the bonds at a discount because of the poor market sentiment. The bank said the bonds eventually ended up in the hands of the EPF, SOCSO and insurance companies with onshore operations. What it did not say was that the initial secondary subscribers, which bought the bonds on the cheap, were firms connected to Low, Actis Capital Singapore and Country Group Securities. Later in the day, the two companies flipped the bonds to its current holders, pocketing a combined 494.6 million ringgit. Ultrasone Melayu Malaysia says it is not the end for its publications, despite the operational shutdown of the firm. Executive Chairman Dato' Abdul Aziz Sheikh Fadzeh told The Edge that Ultrasone will live on. This is because Aurora Mulia, a company linked to Tycoon Tan Sri Syed Mokhtar Al-Bukhari, has taken over the printing permits for Ultrasone Malaysia and Cosmo. The plan is to relaunch the publications in the near future. According to an Ultrasone Melayu circular to staff which was cited by The Edge, the publisher is ceasing operations today, with the employment of existing staff to end on October 31st. Employees were told to vacate workstations and return access cards today, and to wait for a briefing on October 30th. Abdul Aziz says whether the employment of existing staff will be transferred to a new holding entity once Ultrasone is rebooted is up to the new shareholder. Maju Holdings is not giving up on its pursuit of Plus Malaysia. The company has sweetened its offer for the country's largest highway concessionaire by proposing to bear 2.7 billion ringgit in toll compensation owed by the government. In a statement today, it said it is offering to buy Plus Malaysia at an enterprise value of 34.9 billion ringgit, which takes into consideration its intention to cut toll rates by between 25% and 36%. It also pledged to invest some 5.3 billion ringgit, which would include lighting up the entire length of the highway, along with other much-needed enhancements. Maju Holdings, controlled by businessman Tan Sri Abu Sahid Mohamad, submitted an amended proposal to Putrajaya this week. It believes that with its latest offer, Plus Malaysia's shareholders will benefit from an estimated total equity internal rate of return of about 16%. This, it says, represents a return that far surpasses the cost of equity for a majority of other toll road concessions, both globally as well as across Southeast Asia. The MOF is refuting allegations that it has been selling land owned by the government since coming into power. According to Finance Minister Lim Guan Eng, these claims are untrue and that the finger should be pointing at the previous BN administration. He says Putrajaya had sold 4.4 billion ringgit worth of public land in Kuala Lumpur and Selangor between 2010 and 2017, and that most of these tracts were disposed of via direct negotiations instead of open tenders. According to the minister, the land sold include tracts along Jalan Cochrane, Jalan Conley and Jalan Lembah Ledang in Kuala Lumpur and plots in Shah Alam's Section 7 and Bangi in Selangor. Aluminium and stainless steel kitchenware maker Chem Resources is calling off its plan to develop a renewable electrical energy power plant project. The company was looking to build a 7-megawatt plant in Taiping, Perak, but decided not to proceed after a further reassessment on the project's feasibility. In a Bursa filing, Chem Resources said this had mainly to do with the increased total investment consideration, which in turn reduced the rates of return on investment, plus higher investment risk and business risk due to the lack of proven track record, absence of technical expertise, and lack of security in long-term fuel supply.